All right, today, breaking open the Mangoal Dashcam. Let's break open the box, see what they got inside here. Common problems sheet with troubleshooting, feedback requests. It's like an installation manual, as well as a couple of cable ties. So here's the wiring harness. Looks like a trim tool. Micro SD of 128 gigs. It's like a trim piece and 3M sticky tape. Here's the actual camera unit itself. And then here we have a rear camera. A good length of cable here. Considering the size of the truck cab, might be a bit much, but better to have too much than too little, I say. If I recall correct, the front camera is 4K, and I want to say the rear is 1080p. Here it is. Front video resolution. So there's a few different options. You can do 4K, 2K, or 1080p, all at 30 frames per second. But the rear video resolution solely has this one option. So 1080 at 30 frames per second, which I think will be sufficient for my use case. Now, one of the nice things about these types is that this is designed to kind of contour to the interior of the car. So they use the rear view mirror area is what they focus on. And this kind of just hides behind it. So you don't even really notice any difference. I mean, there will probably be some subtle obstruction in my rear view using the rear view camera, just looking out the back window going forward. I mean, if I put this maybe behind like the headrest or something, I might not even know that it's back there. So that's one of the nice things I like about this, is that it doesn't really obstruct any of your view at all, really. All right, so looking at the camera unit itself, on the side here, you can see the slot for the memory card. Obviously, here's our lens. I'm gonna keep the cover on until I'm ready to install it. On the other side, just plain, nothing there. On the underside is where they got a little bit more going on. So here is the power button. Here is the photo button to take a snapshot. And then looking at the directions here, you can see that there is, so this dot kind of furthest away, this is a reset. This dot here. The middle is an LED light status indicator. And then this one here is the mic. So it'll pick up some audio too. All things to be somewhat aware of, because you don't want to obviously obstruct the mic. If you're trying to reset it, you'll know where the button is. So just good things to be knowledgeable of. And in the instructions, it gives you some operation on those buttons, as well as what the different light statuses will be on the camera unit. So with the power button, there's a few things to note. Obviously, turning it on and turning it off is pretty straightforward. It's also accompanied by an audio sound that will come out of the speaker grill on the bottom that we looked at. And then turning on and off the Wi-Fi, press the power button once, the camera will be on. So Wi-Fi is turned on, Wi-Fi is turned off. It'll audibly let us know that. The photo button, so it obviously takes a photo, which is pretty straightforward. It'll make some type of shutter sound, I'm assuming. And then it also has a different function for resetting. Long press the photo button for 10 seconds, and then it says SD format completed. So something to keep in mind there. And then the different light statuses on the underside where we pointed out. Right here in the middle, that middle dot is actually a LED light. So solid red or no red, Wi-Fi is not working or is working. So depending on the solid red or no red. Blinking blue, video recording started. Solid blue, stop video mode. Solid blue LED, rear cam is working. No blue LED, rear cam not working. So section here, this bottom one is in reference to the light status on the rear camera specifically. So on the rear camera unit, on the side of the unit, there's this LED light indicator. And that's what these are referring to with that dashed LED light there. So things to keep in mind. All right, so the setup on this should be pretty straightforward. After checking out the tutorial video that I just showed you a screen record on, which, by the way, I'm in a 2015 Lariat. I don't know if the trim makes, well, the trim, I'm assuming the trim makes a difference, but on the app, there's 3 different F150 model variants. There's an A, B, and C. For my 2015 variant, I thought for sure, because the picture looked like it showed my body style, I thought it was going to be the C model, but it's actually the B model based off of the visuals that I saw. This is what my rearview mirror setup looks like, and I guess there's 3 different variations on what that possibly could look like depending on your F-150, but with mine, it's just this kind of simple basic mount here, no extra, like I've seen some of the variations had this kind of a big trim piece here, plastic trim piece. So mine's just basic simple mount with a plug going in. What we're basically doing to do the install is first we're going to install this base plate. This base plate is going to go in, boom, right here, just like this. And then once the base plate is installed, the camera piece, you can see the holes here that kind of align with the, you can kind of see, sorry, out of focus, these guys here on the base plate, which will click this guy into place. I don't want to click it quite yet, but yeah, that's what it's going to do. Then once we click it into place, we are going to then take the provided wiring harness, here. This would then plug in where the current plug is here in the rear view. This would then plug in here. The plug that is currently in there would then go into here with the foam end, where my middle finger's touching. So this would basically run as like a little intermediary wiring harness. And then this cord here would plug directly into the rear view camera. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, that simple. Obviously, I'm going to also do, I should mention, there's this other plug here, which is pretty unique looking, but you'll see it matches the male end of the rear view camera. So I'll also set that up too, and probably run it up along the roof liner here, kind of a traditional setup, which you see with most rear view cameras, and then try to just probably see if I can sneak it either behind the headrest or behind that trim piece for the center, for the over the shoulder, for the shoulder strap for the seat belt, that trim piece there. See if I can maybe sneak it up behind that, if not the headrest itself, just to try to keep it out of sight. I mean, I guess I could do the center even. That'd probably be the best now that I think of it. Yeah, I'll probably run the center headrest, just stick the rear view camera behind that one, and it'd just be completely out of sight. Wouldn't even notice it, but it should give me a good full view of the rear. So yeah, let's do that. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, put the base plate on, give a good wipe down on the surrounding area here, right by the mount for the rear view mirror. And this base plate, it's got 3M sticky already on it, so just got to peel it off and stick it into place. Should be a very nice fit since it is model specific. And I should say that before I received this unit, I did confirm with Mangoal. They had me send a picture of my interior so they can confirm that they sent me the appropriate setup for my application. So I know that, like I said in the installation videos, they have a few different variations depending on your trim. All right. All right. I got that on there. Here's the unit. the cord's coming out of it. I just unraveled it. Notice that there's a third one that I didn't see from the video, but there's the rear view camera one here. Pretty straightforward. This one here is the power plug. And then there's this third one here that is it says GPS antenna or GPS optional. And then there's actually a Amazon product number here if you wanted to pick up the attachment, I guess. So I'm going to keep that one raveled up and probably tucked in into the little area here. There we go. Okay, let's unplug. Unplug that. Plug this guy into where that one was just plugged. Pops right in. And then plug from the rearview mirror that was originally plugged into the back. And that plugs into the harness. And then this one here goes straight to the power. There we go. Plugs into the power. But I will take some cable ties just to neaten it up back there. But yeah, right, the way it is, I'm sitting in my normal driving position looking at it. I can't even see anything going on behind the rearview mirror. Again, which is one of the things I liked about it. So here's the rear view camera. See how we're gonna run that. Also dawned on me that I didn't put in the memory card on the side. All right, so after some evaluation, I'm going to route this the passenger side. I'm gonna go right up here, run the cable, kind of keep it in tight here, run through this little crease, and then right up here, tuck it in, run along right here, run along here, and I'm going to use the provided trim tool they actually give you in the kit here, and then just run it all the way along through here, tuck the cord, up and around there, all the way through it. You see where I'm kind of coming out already. I started there, and then that's running through the back, and I put it behind the center headrest. Through some evaluation, I was determining whether I should put it up high for a better view or down low, kind of out of sight. I opted to go for the out of sight as opposed to the better view. I'm sure that there is infinitely pros and cons to each approach, but that's what I decided to go with. So I will button this up and then show you what it looks like when I finish up. All right, so I ran the cord up there. Not really see anything because I tucked it away, but well, you can kind of see it there. A little sticker sticking out there. Yeah. Just run it up along here. I ran it through here, all the way through here, through here. You can kind of see the cord a little bit in there. Run it all the way through here. We'll go to the back. I can see, you can see it right there. But yeah, I'll run it up through here, all here, through here, along the top, down here through the back, and then you see it's coming out here. I folded the seat forward, obviously, as you can tell, and I'm running it where I have some slack, and then I'm going to try to just bunch this up and tuck it into this little section here. Obviously around here, the anchor point where the seat attaches. You can see that's exactly where it locks in. So we want to make sure to try to keep that clear as we close this. But the thought was I want to keep some extra slack, especially right now. You can see the camera's set up on this center window. This center window, although I use the feature next to never, does have a feature where you can open this up. So if there was some situation or need for me to open this up, I wanted to try to make it still a usable feature. So by having the cord come over on this side, now the window opens up this way towards the passenger side. So this would just be giving the cord more slack, as opposed to if it was on that side, it would be tugging. So I'd have to have the setup pretty dialed in, where this one's a little bit more forgiving. But there you go. I got it closed in. Can't really see anything there. And yeah, it's all buttoned up. So let me break open the app and see if I can't get some visuals here on the camera. All right, so I got that Mangoal Dashcam set up, front and rear. Like I said, it's a pretty clean install, pretty straightforward. I like the fact that the aesthetic doesn't really mess with anything on my windshield, doesn't add anything, any additional obstructions or objects that I kind of got to get accustomed to. It's just right behind the rear view mirror, so I don't even really notice it. But yeah, app set up, camera set up. I'll run it for a bit, see if I notice any quirks and update you guys. But otherwise, I'll drop a link in the description if you guys want to pick one up for yourselves. But yeah, see you guys in the next video.
Make a transition, let's move on from here.